Greetings, RC model geeks, and here we are in the shed yet again for part 39 of the Sarik Hobbies de Havilland, Canada Chipmunk build. Right, today, not going to be a long video I don't think, it's quite late in the day. We are going to work on the wing. We are back on to the wing now, and basically we've got to try and get it finished enough so that we can put it up to the fuselage, and then finish off the cutout in the fuselage for the wing and stuff like that. So there's a few things we've got to do. We've got to get the second panel that we put on up to the same standard as the first panel. So we've got to do things like put in the bell crank into this other wing that we put into this first panel. So we've got to do the same thing again in here. Now on the drawing it shows that you well, on the drawing it doesn't show a mirror image. Let's have a look, see what we can find drawing wise for the bell crank. It's a bit damp in the shed today, everything's going really damp. And we've got mega rain and stuff. Right. And it's windy. We've got up to 50-mile-an-hour winds here at the moment on the south coast. Right, so here is the bell crank for the flap there, and what they're showing for the second one is to move it out one panel and flip it round the other way. Okay, we don't actually need to do that. If we mount both of these the same way round so that they're a mirror image of each other, and we drive it off the top and the bottom of the output arm of the servo, then they'll both work in the right direction. What they had on here, because they were driving it with this linear servo, yeah, one was pulling, one was pushing, so they had to flip the direction round by doing this. Now, if we go on the top and bottom of the output arms, we don't need to do that, so we can just mirror that over the other side. Bob's your uncle, it's done. So, yeah, so we've got to make a ply plate. I think I've already made it, hopefully, when I did the first one. Got to obviously drill a hole in it, mount the bell crank there in it, glue it all in. I've already made up the push rods, so these are the two push rods that are going to go in there like that, one that side, obviously one the other side. Yeah, so I mean that is the plan. Once that's done, we can start sort of sheeting over that centre section a bit, you know, which is what we need to do, so we've got the proper shape of the wing. We'll sand the wing then, and then we'll know what shape needs to fit into the fuselage. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find that plate, drill some holes, blah blah blah, copy what I did here, glue it in there, back when I've done some of that. Okay, so I've made up that that plate there with the bell crank on it, and I basically made it the screw a tight fit in the wood, so you had to screw it through the wood, and then there's a nut on the back there as well, which I've then also epoxied. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're not taking this out again anyway, because it's in basically a sealed area of the wing. So you want to make it as solid as possible, so it's not going to fail. So the next thing is that has got to go between these two ribs over here and be glued in, basically. So what I'll do is I'll mix up some epoxy, put it on there, push that in, glue all around it, make sure the distance is the same as this one. So I'll just take a couple of measurements. I'll measure from like the back of this wood here to the centre of the screw hole. I'll do the same on here to get that distance, and then I'll also measure the height to get the height right. And yeah, that'll be one more thing out the way. Then we can basically put some bottom sheeting on at least, which would be good. And then we can move on to something else. So I'm going to get on with that. Okay, had to go handheld here now. So there is the second bell crank in there with its push rod. Now what I've done is I've offset these slightly so that one push rod will be high and the other one will be low, and then what we'll do is we'll put a servo on its side, and then we can drive them from opposite sides of the output arm so they both move the same way, basically. So that is all good. So the next thing, and probably the final thing for the day, because it's sort of getting late now, is I'm just going to glue a piece of wood in here to cover that over. We can't cover this over yet, because obviously we've got to do the attachment on there that goes to the flap, and on that one as well. So we'll leave that till until later. But yeah, first things first, let's get that that bit of wood over there. I'm going to wood glue that on, and then tape it up and let it glue off overnight. Right, so I've got this this centre section sheeting at the front glued on, and also there was a couple of little side bits there that needed filling in. That's all done and gluing off, and I'm going to leave that to glue off overnight. Then tomorrow we can shape all this leading edge, and then probably sort of trial fit it to the fuselage. Yeah, it's one thing I'm dreading doing, because fucking hell, there just ain't no room to swing a cat in here at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be well awkward. The weather's crap, so we can't do it outside. Yeah, so we'll just have to see how it goes. So yeah, that's it for the day. Don't forget, big shed campaign, and don't forget to look at Sarik Hobbies website and see if you like anything on there, and if you do, go and buy it. Yeah, and don't forget to mention RC Model Geeks if you do. So that's it. Like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video, whenever that may be.
Thank you for watching Captain Rob's RC Model Geeks. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. If you want to see more of the same type of videos, don't forget you can subscribe. If you want to support us, you can use PayPal, paypal.me/RC Model Geeks. If you want to contact us, you can email us rcmodelgeeks@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.